The stage of building that we're at now, the football centre itself is starting to really take shape. I mean, the hotel is a fantastic building, but the hub of what we're doing with coach education and the national teams is in the Umbro Centre. The medical suite, I think, will have been very impressive. You know, we've got an altitude training centre in there. Part of the remit when this was being designed, you know, David Sheepshanks and the rest of the board and people involved have travelled all around Europe and all around the world to look at best practice everywhere. So, you know, facilities at places like Real Madrid and Spire in Qatar and just looking at what is out there and how can we make this, you know, cutting edge. Whilst all the pitches are of good quality, if we're going to train here as a national team, then we wanted one pitch that was an exact replica of Wembley, and that means the dimensions and the surface. And you know, that isn't cheap to put in, but I think it's attention to detail. If I was the manager of the team, that's what I'd want, and I'd want that for the players, so that their preparation, they know, is totally right. When you first drive in, the first pitches you come to are for community use especially, and we can run courses here for grassroots coaches, and it's important that the mix of people coming through covers the whole football family. I think the guys have had an opportunity to look around the site, but I'm sure they've enjoyed more getting their boots on and getting a taste of the coaching that is the types of session that we'll be able to deliver from here. We have two strands of coaching now, one for coaching adults and senior players, and one for coaching youngsters. And the taster session in particular, Marianne's worked with the guys on the youth module side of things, making sure the environment is right for those kids to learn and not be afraid to try things and not be afraid to fail is important. And Ben has done sessions with the more around the UEFA B or level 1, level 2 of working with adult players.
Marianne, for example, was talking us through the youth module award that you can do with much more decision making from the children, and just sort of starts to open your mind up a bit to how you could improve your coaching. Such a difference in the game between teaching a love of the game for the sort of 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds to getting a bit more technical understanding from 7 to 11 perhaps, and then bringing in some of the sort of strategic tactical side of the game from 11 upwards.
The next time I'm here will be for an England press conference, and ultimately it's all about how they do, but today was a chance to see what 365 days of the year the FA are going to be doing about maybe not winning this World Cup, but World Cups to come. It's really, a lot of effort's gone into this and a lot of thought, clearly.
It looks magnificent. It seems to have everything you could possibly want from a centre, both for coaching coaches and for coaching players. Teams at all levels are going to come here and find they've got everything that they need.
We've got to vote on both the formats of youth football and flexible competition. A lot of focus on the change from mini soccer, instead of going straight to 11v11, at under 11s playing 9v9, which will allow kids more touches of the ball. We've been putting them on full-size pitches too soon, where the most athletic kids stand out. Also at the younger age groups, under 7s, we'd like to make it mandatory that they don't play any more than 5v5, because again, mini soccer's been a great change, 7v7's been a huge improvement, but at younger ages 5v5 again gives them more touches, more shots, more engagement in the game and more enjoyment, and we want the game to be as enjoyable as possible. There's a misconception we're proposing non-competitive football. That isn't the case. All football's competitive. What we're saying is the whole thing shouldn't be geared just about winning. The culture's got to be right. It shouldn't be just about winning. It should be about learning their skills and playing in the right way. It is all about what makes the game, what keeps more kids playing the game for longer.
For a football journo who likes his grassroots football, this is like coming to Disneyland.
Great for English football to have a home in terms of playing the big games. Obviously Wembley is that, and this gives English football a base at which to think about how we're going to coach the elite players, how we're going to coach the coaches tomorrow, how we're going to develop our knowledge of sports injuries and sports medicine, and bring all those things together to help keep as many people playing football as possible. And if some of those people turn out to be World Cup winners in an England shirt, fantastic.